I had just made this entire commercial ad without writing a single line of prompt, and everything is done inside InVideo AgentOne. And in this video, I'm going to show you how you can use InVideo AgentOne to create any kind of commercial for your brand, and of course, without writing a single line of prompt. If that sounds interesting, then let's dive in. Alright, so we begin with to log in to our InVideo account, and for that you can go ahead and type in invideo.com, or you can check out the link to directly land on the agent page. And once you sign up or log into your account, you will see agent mode on the very top. Now I'm just making this commercial for a dummy product, so I'm not going to enter any brand language or any actual logo or any product image. I want everything to be done by InVideo AgentOne. I want to do a conversation with the agent and see how we can build this entire commercial by just doing the conversation instead of writing prompts. So to begin with, here is a short description I have written. So I just mentioned that I want to create a TV commercial for a dummy coffee brand called Wake Up Owl, and we need to make logo and brand, how it's used in different places, and full brand language and how it's used in the commercial. I'm just going to check if it is able to understand my inputs correctly or not. So after that, I just gave a rough idea about the commercial, that the idea of the commercial is to show a man working on his desk in a cubicle, feeling sleepy, stressed, and he picks up the coffee can. He takes a sip and instantly camera zoom into its mouth, and then we have a drone FPV shot where it shows the entire process of making of that coffee can. So recently I'm just obsessed with all these FPV shots people are posting on Instagram. So I thought, how about we can create a commercial around it? So here it is. Let's try to do that and just give a small description about how the FPV drone shot will be executed. So we will have the drone going to the various stages of making of coffee, and then we will execute it to the desk of the man who is just working in the cubicle. So this is the very basic outline of my brand, my commercial idea, and let's see how AgentOne works. So I have already created everything in InVideo AgentOne. So I'm just going to walk you through each and every conversation I had with InVideo AgentOne. So let me just close this tab here, and once I entered my input, this is the first output from InVideo AgentOne. So as soon as I entered my prompt, InVideo Agent just said it loved it. So this is the first output I got. It asked me what exactly will be the duration of my commercial, where I'm going to post it, vertical or horizontal, what will be the tone of the logo, visual style, and how my owl is going to be represented. So I just gave a very simple reply. We want 30 to 40 seconds max, going to be a horizontal one. The tone will be playful and style of the video will be photorealistic, and the icon or the logo of the brand will be minimal owl icon. So once I gave the input, here is the roadmap for our entire execution. First, it's going to create a brand logo, brand style. It's going to lock in our character sheet, and then it's going to do the storyboarding, and then it's going to do the final video production after upscaling the images. So here we have a rough idea how the entire thing will be executed, and InVideo AgentOne is just giving all this input to me that this is the plan he's going to take forward. And it looks perfectly fine to me. And there are 3 things InVideo AgentOne is asking me before it starts drafting the preparation doc, that the FPV journey stages, how the stages will be shown in the FPV drone shots, and what will be the VFX text callout, like do we want any VFX text on the video, or it'll be just be the image transitions. So I just mentioned that let's do the VFX as well. Let's see how that goes. And maybe we can do multiple generations and then choose the best one in the post editing. So once we are done, we have this brief created and all the doc files are created. So we have the Act 1 where we will show the cubicle man drinking coffee, and then we have the Act 2 where we will be show the FPV drone journey around 15 seconds. And then we have the Act 3 where we are going to match cut the final reveal of the coffee can inside the cubicle. So this is the production pipeline after that. First, we're going to create the logo. We're going to create the brand design, character sheets, location, places, storyboard, and then we jump on to the video clips. And once that is laid out, it looks everything perfect to me. So I just said, looks good to me. Let's go ahead and do that. And till now, I have not done any prompting. It's all InVideo AgentOne showing me that how it is actually planning this commercial. It's pretty interesting that it can understand all these things. And once I gave the green sign, it started taking the task, and the first task is to create our logo. So this is the image we got from the agent, that these are the samples, which one I should use. So I just went ahead with this one. Here it is. I just mentioned that I like this one. So it locked that logo and it updated the product image then. So this is the product can. It looks okay to me. It's just a dummy product. So I'm okay with this. We have a little bit of text and we have the logo, and we also have a subtitle or a small text which I want to see how it works in the final video and images. So it looks interesting to me till now. And once that is done, I just said the design looks good. Let's move ahead. And the next thing is it showed me this character sheet. And it's perfect. Once again, we can go ahead with that, but I wanted to use my face in it. So I just prompted that, not prompted. I just mentioned that let's go ahead and use my face in the character sheet. So in the single task, it created the character sheet, some locations, and a grid layout of how the FPV drone will look like. And this is the storyboard it created for the initial version. Once again, it looks perfect. There are definitely scope of changes that we can do, like this image, it looks completely off. And again, there is, of course, we can improve on this. But first thing I want to do is use my face as character. Once the agent is done, I just ask it to use this guy character sheet as the main character for the commercial. And it picked up the sheet that I gave, and then it updated all the images. So this was the character sheet, which looks perfect. And after that, it also updated the storyboard. So this is how it's going to look. So again, we have a scope of improvement on this shot, because it doesn't make sense that the guy is drinking the can, and I'm thinking that it's going to do some VFX that the can opens up and it goes inside the can. But I want the character to open the mouth, and then FPV drone enters his mouth and then transition into the valley. So we will fix that later on. Once that is done, I just mentioned that I like the storyboard and we need to change the third image, how the FPV drone enters. So the agent picked up the things pretty well, and we have the next storyboard. Here we have the guy, that's me, looking all stressed out, and somehow with the wind blast my hair grew up, but we are again going to fix that. And it picked up the face that it's going to zoom in, and the FPV drone shot will start with all these text. Looks pretty good. But again, we need to update the wrong images here. And I said the same thing. There should be no tie and the hair should be fixed. So we just move on to the next step. And this was something which we came close as the almost as the final storyboard. And after that, we also did one more version which looked like this, which is much better. And as you can see, there is no prompt involved till now. I'm just doing a normal conversation with the agent, and I'm just getting these images and storyboards as an output from the agent itself. So here I just mentioned that before we can move ahead, as we already have the final storyboard, I want to see a demo video where I can just animate all the panels and see the feel of this video, how it's going to look, because we know that we can use the storyboard and input that in Seed Dance 2.0 and can animate all the panels in the storyboard. So I just wanted to test if the agent is able to pick that up and what model it uses for that particular video. So it says it looks good. We can generate all the images of the storyboard. So it's created the individual images, which I guess is a mistake. We do not need that, but I said, let's go and see what it does. So it actually did a sample cutout of the images. They are not even 16 by 9. The agent is also testing how the images are going to look, but I guess this was a waste step. I should have stopped the agent doing. But yeah, I mean, it created all these images from the storyboard, created all these mini videos instead of stitching them into one. But of course, it used Seed Dance to animate all these panels, but somehow it messed up in generating them into individual clips instead of one final video. So we don't need that. We don't want to cut each panel of the storyboard and do the mini clips. I wanted a complete shot of the storyboard. So this was the point where the agent misunderstood my input a bit. So after waiting a few credits, I just went ahead and said, okay, I think there is a mistake in understanding. We should go ahead and upscale each image and then we will animate each one of them. So it went ahead, took my input and started upscaling all the panel images, and this is the output of it. So it looks pretty good. I mean, all the panels are upgraded pretty well. And we can go ahead and start animating each of these panels or each of these images and then stitch them all together in the post editing. So after doing my upscale, so I just said, let's start with 20 batch 1 and choose third, first and second image and the fifth image all together as a reference image and make a scene where we are showing the exhausted employee. He takes up the sip and then the first part of the video ends. And I'm not surprised with the reply of Agent 1. It clearly said that we shall use Seed Dance 2.0 to build exactly this. So it understands that we can use all these multiple reference images and use Seed Dance 2.0 to animate all of them in one shot. So it's pretty good. So here it's explaining me that we should assign one image as start frame and then use this image as reference, and the prompt will be something like full action of rubbing eyes, reaching for the can, taking the sip with the wind blast. And it's also suggesting that this entire sequence seems a little bit long. So let's break them in two parts. Clip A, where we are going to show the exhausting employee rubbing his eyes and then taking the sip from the can, and then break the another and then create another scene where it sips the can, wind blast erupts, and then we can match the FPV shot, which is a good thing to do. We don't want to do a long video altogether and make it a waste. So it's better stick to small chunks and then we can iterate. So it's a smart move, I would say. So I just mentioned that let's go ahead and start with clip A. So it went ahead and started generating the videos, and we got all the individual clips right here and they all look pretty good. I mean, it looks great. And here we can see the example of these text VFX, the shots it's generating. So it's pretty usable. I mean, it's cool. Let's see this shot here. So here you can see the part of the FPV drone shot. This one looks pretty sick. I mean, you can easily go ahead and use that. So after converting all my images to videos, I just did a little bit of back and forth with the agent to update the shots and update the images. And after all of that, this is the final output. So this is how you can use InVideo AgentOne to create any kind of product commercial. So if you have any questions, do let me know in the comment section below. And if you want to check out InVideo AgentOne, check out the link in the video description below. So that's it for this one, and I'll catch you in the next video very soon.